Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. I am Janoy, your boy with Trading the Charts Pro, and we're live here with one more session of Market Outlook. Guys, if you're new to the channel, Market Outlook is our session that comes in every Saturday where we look at the market, we analyze the chart using technical analysis as well as our experience to make a projection as to where we see the market going into the next week. This will pretty much enable you to have a game plan of how you should react or how to manage some swing trade that you may potentially have going on right now, as well as how to find some really short-term opportunities to play this market here and now. All right, so we're gonna jump into the ES futures and we're gonna break it down. Then we're gonna move on over and break down the Nasdaq. Today in this session, guys, there's something very interesting that I want to look at. I want to look at the S&P 500 because, man, the stock market has been doing pretty good, and we want to just, take a quick gauge of how that is doing and see what that is telling us also. All right, so let's jump into the S&P, the ES futures. All right, guys, you know I love the ES futures. Last week, on the last outlook, we were pretty much pulling back here, and I'm like, well, guys, in order for this market to go higher, we must either hold the old resistance, or if we break the old resistance, we need to pull back and hold above the 20 EMA or the 10 EMA. In this case, guys, we pulled back right in between the 10 and the 20. We were still inside that old resistance zone, which now actually becomes the new support zone, and from there, the market bounced and continued to go higher. So when we look at it after the breakout, the market is pretty much just uptrending nice, pulling back to the short-term EMAs, and every time we pull back to the EMAs, we get a bounce, and then the market push higher. Okay, that is pretty good. So right now, what I'm seeing is, guys, the market is looking at all blue skies. That's it. I don't see nothing else. Nothing is not technically wrong with the market right now. We just got the approval for the Moderna vaccine. We already had Pfizer. So this is good. This actually kind of shows us that, hey, maybe little by little COVID is actually we're getting past COVID. So we got to continue to look ahead of this thing and, look at us potentially getting back to normal and what the new normal will look like. All right. In the midst of that, never forget that you always take some profit while everything is doing good. Don't wait for your stocks to be selling off to take some profit. Always take some profit. If you have a Tesla that is just doubling over and over, guys, cut some of that position, move some of that profit over into something else, or just reinvest it at a lower cost basis. All right, so that's how I'm looking at that, guys. Let's jump down and start looking at the ES at a smaller time frame to see how we should have been looking at the chart, or how you could have been looking at the chart to see when the market was actually going to start push back and move higher. Okay, so now we're switching down to a hourly time frame, and last time we said that, okay, we see that the market was actually running up, right? So this was the move up, and then after that we started to move in a pullback, small downtrend, short term, and we said, guys, in order for us to bounce, we need to pop out of this downtrend, run up, pull back, and then continue to go higher. So when we look at it a little bit closer, this is how we're able to come in and take the quick short-term trades, because we're monitoring the way price action move. Right, so from there we see that we break out, we made a high, we pull back down. Now the downtrending resistance line at this level becomes support, price bounce, pull back. We got our first bullish setup here. There's a bull flag. Price popped above higher, run into the short-term resistance, pull back, consolidate, break out, and then the market run higher. All right. On Friday, this is what we see. Friday's action was it was very interesting because at first, you know, the market hit a double top right into the open, and then after, before we had a quick consolidation that I was thinking we would get a breakout, but we had hit a double top right here. Price broke down, took out the actual support level, right? And after we took the support level out, price just break and came down. I had a quick short. I only put in like $1,200 on a quick short here. I didn't stay the entire ride. And right before the market closed, guys, what happened? Price actually got down into the 200 day moving average, to a 200-day SMA. Price pulls back to that chart, that support level, and from there we bounce, and we came right back to where price opened. So I wasn't around, but if you were here and watching this, this was a ideal place that if the market is going to continue to move higher or move back up after a major pullback, the 200 SMA is typically one place that you can find that opportunity. And right here, that was the support. We bounced out of it, and then boom, we back to the top. So given that the Moderna vaccine got approved after the market was closed, and the House approved a 2-day extension, which means that they did that on Friday, so that would keep the government open until Saturday, Sunday into Monday. They're going to have this bill completed sometime soon, which is the stimulus. And guys, if we get that $900 billion in additional stimulus that everyone is anticipating, or at least the market is waiting to see, then we will pop out of this, and then the market is going to continue to rally higher. Okay, what does that mean? That means that we're just still bullish. The market is still healthy. There's nothing to worry about right now. But remember, Warren Buffett always says, when everyone gets greedy, it's time to be fearful. Okay, so when we were down in the bottom, everyone was fearful. That was the time to be greedy. But now everybody's super excited. This means that we need to do the opposite. And this is where we start to take in some profit, and wait till the market gives us a little pullback. And then we come in and we buy cheap again. It doesn't mean that we're going to close out all our positions. We're just going to monitor them closely. We're going to put in our stop loss, which is our automatic executions at the specific level, to either A, lock in 50% our profit off the profit in case the market have a dramatic reversal that we weren't expecting. All right, that's it. Now let's jump on over to the Nasdaq, see what we're seeing in the Nasdaq chart and how we should be playing this. Guys, it's the same thing. Nasdaq broke out of the resistance, we popped up, we pulled back. This is extremely critical, guys. Remember, in order for the market to go higher after a breakout, we have to pull back, use the old resistance, in this case right here, that needs to become support. And once price is able to bounce out of that support, market will continue to go higher. All right, so the market popped out, bounced, and then it come back, popped above the new high, right, which is good. And then we got to pull back a little bit on Friday with some high volume a little bit. So again, the market still looks healthy as long as we don't break back down and come down here. Even if we do, this level still needs to hold as support and potentially give us a W pattern that will continue to move higher. As long as sentiment stay the way it is right now, guys, the market is going to continue to push higher. Yes, we still need to get a pullback, because pullbacks are nice. What kind of pullback am I talking about? All right, when we look on the S&P 500, we can see that even though the market drop, came down here, right, bottomed out, and then the market started to go higher, okay? breaked out right here. We got a breakout. We break the old resistance here that was pre-COVID, and we continue to move in an uptrend. We break out resistance again, pull back, the market continues to go higher. But what you have to pay attention to, and this is very, very important, guys, I'm gonna zoom the chart in just a little bit so we can, you know, see that. Okay, guys, look at this level right before, you know, everything got smashed down. You see what happened? What was happening? The market actually started to lose steam. The candles started to get smaller, 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 and we weren't really going anywhere. All right, so given that we've had this magnificent run, at least from here to here, now I am watching to say, okay, is this market going to run out of steam somewhere up here? And, you know, we're going to get some profit taking. What does profit taking look like? Well, I'd like to see the profit taking come back somewhere here close to the trend support, and then that will be extremely healthy, and that would be a very good place for us to, you know, start coming in heavy again. Or you'll see, you know, bigger traders come in heavy at this lower price and start to push the market back to the upside. Because even though we've had this extremely nice run year to date, which is from January you know, to December, we pretty much are only up around 15 to 17%. So, you know, yes, we have a nice run, but it's not overbearing. The market is still healthy. We just need to get a little bit of profit taking, and then we push higher. So I am going to be watching the charts to see, hey, do we get some of that? And at the same time, I'm going to be managing the trades that we have and take a few, you know, quick profits inside there. Okay, all right, guys, so if you found some value inside, you know, this market outlook, this session, please, you know, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell, so when this video comes out, you'll definitely be one of the first persons to get notified. And share the content with someone else, guys, so that, you know, they can see this information as well. All right, until then, I'll see you guys in my next video.